Horizontal and vertical lines is the lesson here, and the thing with these guys is that they're easy to identify for a couple of reasons. One is a horizontal line is just a line going straight across a graph, parallel with the x-axis, where a vertical line goes up and down, like vertical lines do, parallel with the y-axis. So they're easy to identify when you see them, and they're easy to identify when you look at the equation. X equals 2. When you look at that, that's kind of funny looking for an equation, for a graph equation, but it tells you quite a bit of information from there. Now, if you're going to do our table of values method, where you have your x's and your y's, remember you were told to pick your favorite 5 values for x, but this is saying that x is 2, so x is 2 all the time. So our x values are taken as 2. So I guess if we have some choice now, we can pick our y values. We can pick any 5 y values we want. Let's go, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Our favorite 5 values, let's put them in for y. And what this is saying is, x is 2. When y is -2, x is 2. When y is -1, there's nothing to sub in here, x is 2. When 0 is your y value, x is 2. When 1 is your y value, x is 2. When 2 is your x is 2. This doesn't really let you do anything. It just says x is 2, x is 2, x is 2, x is 2. That's all it's saying. Doesn't matter what you put in, x is always going to be 2. Well, how would this look like on a graph then? X is 2, y is -2. X is 2, y is -2. X is 2, y is -1. X is 2, y is -1. X is 2, y is 0. X 2, y is 0. And you can see a pattern developing here. 2, 1. 2, 2. And you draw that as a line. Let's just zoom in because it's a little hard to see from far away. And our line is that. That is x equals 2. It's got a crazy slope. It doesn't even touch the y-axis. And so x is 2 looks like that. It's a straight up and down vertical line crossing at x is 2. That's it. They are funny looking. How about this? How about if you had y equals 4? Again, you make your table of values, and you pick your favorite 5 values for x, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. You sub them into here. Well, there is nothing to sub into here. There's no x spot for it. X is -2, y is 4. X is -1, y is 4. It doesn't matter what you say, it's just like a big giant that only knows one word. It just knows that it's 4 all the time. So no matter what the x values are, the y's are 4. So how does that look like on a graph? -2, y 4, -2 on the x, y is 4, -1 on the x, y is 4, -1, y 4, 0, 4, 0, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. And oops, there is your line right there. I'll zoom in to show it to you. There is y equals 4, a flat line with no slope whatsoever. A horizontal line. Now some of you are thinking, I think I already got this. There's a trick to this, isn't there? And there is. You don't have to make a table of values each time. So that, y equals 4 is that right there. Actually, let's just do one more of these before I show you the trick. Let's say you have x equals 4. X equals 4. When you do the table of values thing again, for x equals 4, it doesn't matter which values you pick for... Usually we pick our favorite 5 for y, but since for x, but this is telling you that x is 4 all the time. That's what that means. X is 4 all the time. And then it doesn't matter what numbers you put in here for y, it's going to be 4. So you can pick, let's say you don't like my favorite 5 and you want to pick 1, 2, 3, and 4. Doesn't matter, go right ahead. You graph those. X is 4, y is 1. X is 4, y is 2. X is 4, y is 3. X is 4, y is 4. There is your line. A vertical line right there. So that is x equals 4. What about y equals -5? Same thing. Do your table. This thing doesn't matter what you put in for x. Put whatever numbers you want for x. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Y is always going to be -5. X is 2, y is 5, -5. X is 3, y is -5. X is 4, y is -5. It's just... I don't know what to say. It's always -5, according to this equation. So when x is 1, y is... When x is 1, y is -5. When x is 2, y is -5. And you get the idea. It's going to go across this way. And so, the graph looks like that for y equals -5. So what have you noticed about the ones that... There it is, I'll just zoom in so you can see it better. X is 4, looks like that. Y equals -5, just looks like a horizontal line, just like that. And what you should notice when you look at the previous two examples is that... Let me just get rid of all this stuff here. Is that when x equals just a single number, like a 2, a 3, or 4, when x equals a number, it's a vertical line. And when y just equals any number, it's a horizontal line. X, vertical line, y is a horizontal line. Now, whatever the number says, that tells you the location on that axis. Okay? So, for example, back here, let me show you again. Again, y equals 4, for example 2. You just find where 4 is on the y-axis, and you're going to draw a horizontal line. So whenever you have y equals just some number, it's a horizontal line. Whenever you have x equals some number, it's a vertical line at that point. What we're talking about, the vertical line at x is 2. When y equals a number, it's a horizontal line at that number. At y equals 4, horizontal line across. No need to do all this. Alright, what if you have something like this? Y plus 3 equals 4. Now remember, it's always best to get the variable by itself, the y by itself when you're doing all this stuff. So the y is being bugged by the 3. Let's subtract 3. Let's subtract 3. You're left with y equals 1. Now we've got to graph y equals 1. Alright, well, how do you think... Is the line going to be horizontal or vertical? Y's are horizontal, like it says right here. When y equals to something, it's a horizontal line. So when y is equal to 1, we just put a dot at 1 on the y-axis and draw a horizontal line there. That's all, whoops, you got to do, even though my line is not completely horizontal. There, done. It's so easy. How about if you had this? 8x equals 4. Again, you want to get the variable by itself. So 8 is multiplying the x, divide by 8 to get rid of it. The 8's are gone. X equals 4 divided by 8 is the same thing as a half. Or if you like decimals, 0.5. So x is a half, or 0.5. So where x's are vertical lines going up and down, so find where half is on here. Half would be right, there's 0, there's 1, so it would be right there. And you draw a line, straight up and down, vertical line, like that. That's it. That is y, or is y equals 1/2, or y equals 0.5, right there. I don't know what to say, people. It's pretty easy, isn't it? Whoops. It is pretty easy. And that's all you got to hear from me. Amazingly, it's under 15 minutes, this lesson. So here are the skill testing questions. If you could, using the graph paper that's around, or you can make your own little quick grid, graph and label these 5 graphs on just one graph to save graph paper. Okay? But make sure you label them. That's it. Talk to you later. Bye.